Live.
So that
And I
should be
got our
us
prediction.
live.
Uh-oh. We might be live. We might be live. Give us time. Let's see. Let's see. Unnecessary rambling. That's me. Oh, we are live. My friends, my people. Loon's got us in the building, ready to react to some states of play. The PlayStation. I, I don't really have a joke for this. I was trying to come up with some sort of little
Their
tie there.
treasure
I don't
trove
know.
of games that they're clearly sitting on, um,
Right.
that need to be shown. Um, I guess before we start, because obviously I'm sure we're gonna like talk about what we predict will be there before it obviously
Mhm.
goes live.
Yeah.
I really hope that this is something that they kind of get a W with because they've
Yeah.
had obviously Xbox had that killer showcase last month with what they did, and PlayStation had that little like it went down, didn't it? PSN. It's kind of like you need to win
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
face here. Um,
Yeah.
so that's I think they really need to show something off him.
Timing is suspicious for sure. After, do you really have something in the chamber here ready to go to save a little bit of face from the PSN outage and all that? But also, you talking about the Xbox showcase. Xbox had a killer showcase in 2024 with the big one,
Mm.
2023 with the big one, as well as both of those developer directs in both years were excellent. And we're still kind of waiting on that. Like, PlayStation, wake up. What happened to you? What are we doing here? So I'm hoping, yeah, man. So we got predictions. I got a bunch of predictions wrote down.
Okay, I wrote
Um,
down I think six realistic and then two
oh, so you went the
completely
extra
out there.
step to, okay, you went the extra step to form your own predictions.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I just had questions jotted down,
Oh,
so
okay.
we can go through both, and I'll throw some predictions because I already made my full predictions video. So this can be your like individual predictions,
Okay.
and I'll also hit you with some questions as we go through it.
So I think did you want me to kick mine off with realistic
Yeah,
and then stuff?
kick it off, broski.
Cool, cool, cool. So I think we're gonna see something of Ghost of Yotai here. I think that's kind of a given. So easy prediction to lock in. I think another easy one is Death Stranding 2. We'll see something on. Um, and then moving on from here, so everything below this, it's kind of I could see it, but it's not obviously a guarantee. It feels like we've gone a little bit of time since there's been like a remaster, and there's been murmurings of God of War and stuff. And then what I
Yeah.
because I did initially put God of War down, but then I also wanted to put down Or Resistance because we have a bunch of people playing
Oh,
Resistance in the Discord at the moment. So I think that would make them very happy. You know, polish that game up a bit because the things that the gripes they have with it is obviously it's very aged, that first Resistance game.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, dude. That would be big. That would be one of those big moments where it's like, we haven't forgot about you, hardcore fans. We still got you.
yep. And I think Wolverine will make an appearance, but I
Oh,
think it's going to be basically a different trailer. I'm not sure that there'll be gameplay, and if there's going to be gameplay, it's going to be very, very, very light gameplay.
how light are we talking? Like the end of that intergalactic trailer where it's
Yeah,
just the lady?
something
Yeah,
very,
okay.
very, very brief, like a cinematic gameplay. Um,
Hmm.
and then these final two, like, were just kind of Hail Marys out there, but not completely out there, if that makes sense. I think with the announcement of Forza Horizon 5, maybe they show it here,
Yeah.
doing something with that.
Also,
Build
what
up.
about Indy?
Yeah, Indie. When's Indie's release date?
That's the thing we don't know
Okay,
officially.
because we do know Horizon's release date, so maybe swap in Horizon out for Indie then there. Um, but then other than that, something smaller like from the team that made Dreams or something. Show me what they're working on because I don't think that would take as much manpower and
Yeah.
to get the ball rolling than something like a Naughty Dog and stuff like that. And then the two Hail Marys is just KOTOR remake update. Like they've not fully canned that yet. Like it's just bubbling up and down, kind of
Yeah,
existing. And then I just went completely for the fences, like a Bloodborne like remaster or remake,
yeah.
because they've just ignored it. Like, come on, man! Like you've got to be doing something with it. The amount of anticipation and like hunger for it is there.
And I mean, they've been hitting people with like copyrights and takedowns and restrictions for people making like Bloodborne card or the demake of Bloodborne or people who are trying to go in and mod variations of Bloodborne to different degrees. They're hitting people with strikes. I just want to shout out real quick. We got Gadget 9090 in the chat. What is up, my friend? And also
Welcome.
Kenneth Mullen. Kenneth Mullen hit us with a super chat. Thank you, my friend. That is very, very kind of you. Good
Ooh,
sir.
our very first.
Very first ever. Yep. Absolutely. That is very, very kind, man. Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank you
much for
so
the
much.
support.
Absolutely. Um, so yeah, you got a lot in there that kind of already ticks off some of the boxes that I had questions for.
Hmm.
So my first question was, do you think we'll see a new single player first party game? So you already answered that. You said yes with Wolverine and possibly Yotai.
Yep.
Um, I don't think so. I know that's crazy, but here's my theory. I think Yotai's 2026.
Hmm.
I think Wolverine is late 2026, early 2027. I think the next time we see Yotai is either summer or fall. And that's where we get. If we see it in summer, it might not officially get delayed yet. If we see it in fall for the next time, that'll be the official delay. I don't think we see a single player first party game announced here or re-revealed or just shown up in any capacity. I think you make compelling points with like Housemark,
Mm.
Media Molecule, maybe a probably not a Little Big Planet 4, but games of that Astro ilk, Little Big Planet ilk, slightly smaller things that can get made in 3 years and then out the door fairly quickly. Um,
Who was the dev
but
behind Sly Cooper? Out of curiosity,
Sucker Punch, Yotai.
because I don't think that they're gonna like. It would be a case of like maybe rebooting like that franchise, but it would because what we've seen over like the past few years as well is people's who originally worked on IPs don't work on them anymore. They get transferred to another team to be like carried on like the torch and stuff. Because I struggle to see a world in which they make another platformer while Astro is doing as hot as it is. I don't think you want to cannibalize your own product, so you'd want to try
Yeah.
and do something different.
Well, and I mean also like, you talking about, damn, you could maybe throw a Media Molecule on a Sly Cooper. Obviously, Sucker Punch isn't going to do it, but with Media Molecule kind of just out there in the ether,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Kind of needing a new project. I feel like Sly Cooper out of anything might be the thing that could be revived, and you could maybe also do that without sacrificing anybody from Sucker Punch, any key talent from Sucker Punch.
Right.
But would Media Molecule want to do that? That's sort of the question. Kenneth Mullen says in the chat, question, if you have the base PS5, is the Pro needed? I don't have the PS5 Pro, but from everything I've seen, I definitely would say not at all. It doesn't seem like most games either take advantage of it or uh, it seems like a lot of games run worse on it. So
Mm.
I, yeah, I would say definitely not.
Fair enough.
Let's see. All right. Will we see any first party live service games, fair games, marathon, something unannounced? Any live service first party, specifically first party? Bungie,
Ooh.
Haven.
Um. So the closest thing that I think we could see, I don't, maybe Marathon, maybe because they've not really shown much on
Yeah.
that. But the thing that I'm like envisioning is you got to do something with what you did with Concord. Do you just throw it out there and make it a free to play game? Do you try and like just push that out the door kind
They
of thing?
officially canned it, didn't they? Like it's dead forever, I think.
I don't know because that seems really stupid to dump. Like, wouldn't you at least try and give it 6 months on the market as a free to play title?
I think they're just going to try to get a write off.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Say,
that's
hey,
absurd to me if that's the case. Other than that, yeah, probably Marathon. We might see him.
yeah. I think Marathon makes the most sense. I feel like if we don't see fair games here, we might have an answer for what the future of that game is going to be, and it might be no future at all,
Yeah.
unfortunately or fortunately, depending on. I mean, you never want to see a studio shut down and wasted years and time and money and all of that, but at the same time, I just have no. There's no world where I see fair games coming out. And even like if we're being totally honest, I don't even see it getting a fair shake. You know what I mean? Like I think if the game comes out and is pretty good, it's going to be like we don't want it, man.
The thing is Concord felt good. People enjoyed the gameplay of
Right.
it. It's just that thing of like, there's too much of it, and they don't care. They don't want to dedicate another a game that becomes a job. If that makes sense,
Right.
we want single player things that we can just dip in and out of.
Well, and I mean, it's kind of the problem whenever you bring up an entire base of players on God of War and Uncharted and The Last of Us and Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter and Sly Cooper. Like, you know what I mean? You have a very, very focused approach to the games you make for the last couple decades. Like, I sure you have some SOCOMs in there, you have some Resistance, you have some. You have a few games that are multiplayer, but like at least for the last decade plus, 15 years, let's just say, it's been single player dominated
Mm.
on PlayStation side of the fence. So it's
Yeah,
like trying to shift that audience into something different. I don't know. It's like trying to tell a fish to climb a tree. I doubt it. So you already hit this one. I said, will we see a remaster remake for a PlayStation owned IP, whether it be God of War, Infamous Collection, Resistance Collection, Days Gone, whatever? I kind of agree with you. I think that there's just a little bit too much smoke for there to be no fire with
mm.
that God of War trilogy. It seems like something is probably going to pop off with that.
It also just
Um,
makes sense with the rumor that the next one's going to be in Egypt, supposedly,
yeah,
if that leak and rumor is to be believed. And when you have something that's you're going to be going into the next entry into a series, it makes complete sense to just do the easiest cut, like just throw out the previous games HD remaster ports. They're so low effort to do resource wise, and they
true.
just make tons of money.
Yeah, very true. Hey, 1 second. Let me grab my headphones. Totally forgot my headphones. So I gotta have a different pair to plug in for
That's
the
fine.
stream.
I will talk to the chat.
All right.
Yeah, Little Big Planet could get a remaster. I would like to see them take another stab at that IP. I think it kind of got slowly killed off, unfortunately. It was definitely it's one of them things where it was very unique as well, which we don't really see all that much of. So hopefully that could be announced. How you doing, Panda Grog? Good to see you here. Scorns, here's Last of Us and Part 2 of the PS6 because we're original. Yeah, we could see another set of Last of Us remake remasters. Hopefully not. I really hope that that's kind of done with. Yeah, Dreams sadly didn't make the splash that they were hoping. I think though maybe I don't know how well it sold in comparison to Little Big Planet, but I feel like the reception from the community was more positive for Little Big Planet than it was for Dreams. Like Dreams kind of came out and it was a gimmicky thing of where people were posting like screenshots on Twitter and stuff of being like, "Holy shit, you can make like a really realistic um, like breakfast and make it look really cool and stuff like that." Whereas with Little Big Planet, there was actual story. I don't think there was any. Was there any story in Dreams? Did they have like a narrative that they were doing?
No, other than the
No.
stuff that players created, I believe.
Oh, Brandon, you've messed the camera.
Wait, what did I do?
You've changed your
I can plug it
camera.
back in real quick. Yeah, I can swap real quick. I was just going to charge my phone for a second before
Oh, okay,
let's
that's fine. I can move you
see.
over, and then I'll move you back over because your face is cut off. That'll do for now. Um,
Oh. Oh, hold up. No, no, no. Just stay right there. Stay right there. Don't change anything. Don't change anything. Have you changed anything?
I put it back.
Okay. Here.
The professionalism.
That's on me, man. All right. We're good.
It's
I
the
can
only problem with obviously us having to pull
yep.
the webcam footage from Zoom and stuff like that.
Hmm. All right, give me 1 second.
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna get a charger port. That way I can charge my phone
Yep, that's fine.
and keep my camera connected.
Ooh, Bloodborne remaster. That I would hope that they would entertain that idea. Um, there's such a rabid want for that game to come out, and as much I think I said that it could be something to get announced here. If I'm being 100% honest and basing it like realistically, they would probably save that for a PS6 like launch title, like they did with a Demon Souls remake kind of thing. I think that could be the thing that could convince people. If you tie that down to just with the PS6, that could be the thing that pulls you over and convinces you to buy it. Things that Dream missed as a PC port and multiplayer. It didn't have multiplayer? That's crazy. That's crazy. No multiplayer at all. No multiplayer support whatsoever. Because I'm not surprised that that game died. Because that was the thing that kind of kept Little Big Planet like plodding along, was the fact that it had like co-op and multiplayer and stuff. Like obviously it didn't do amazing numbers, like a live service that you see nowadays, but I think it still was doing pretty well. Master Chief Collection to be announced since Xbox is going. Oh, they're going to be at this state of play. I didn't know that. Okay, so that's interesting because I initially tossed out that I thought that they maybe touch upon Forza Horizon 5, and then Brandon said about Indy not having a release date yet, whereas Forza does have a release date, I believe. So it could be either Indy or Halo, maybe. That'd be interesting, or maybe even both. A double whammy from Xbox. Kenneth Mullen, my wife is looking forward to Ghost of Yotai. She's put hours into Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, a lot of people are looking forward to it. Um, hopefully, it doesn't get dragged through the dirt like it seems to be getting dragged through at the moment on Twitter. I think people are being a little bit too harsh on it.
Wait, what's getting clowned on Twitter?
Whenever like anything gets posted on Ghost of Yotai, it kind of gets dogged
Oh
a little
boy.
bit too much, and
Yeah.
it's just like, all right, guys, can we just wait until the game comes out?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, if we're getting Dustborn lines in Yotai, then sure, let's sound off on it. But just a chick protagonist, like, I don't know, man. Back in the day, that used to be okay.
Yeah, did you know
Um,
the chat said Xbox are supposedly appearing at this state of play?
oh, really?
So that kind of puts into perspective that, all right, if they're going to be here, you would think that it wouldn't just be like a one thing, then maybe they throw like a few titles out. Because when
All
they
right.
did what was it, the first set of things, it wasn't just one announcement, was it? It was a couple of games thrown. Pentiment and Sea
Yeah.
of Thieves.
Hi-Fi Rush
And
and Sea of
yeah.
Thieves and Grounded. Yeah. So is it another four? Is it Starfield, Hellblade 2,
I think Hellblade 2 would
um,
be a good shout. Obviously, I think Indie's a safe bet because it
Indie?
doesn't
Yep,
have
yep, yep.
a release date. I don't know what them other two would be. Like, it could either be Halo, because that keeps getting flirted with. Maybe just Forza showing like actual footage of it. Maybe even like a crossover with PlayStation. Throw in some
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, I think that Hellblade 2 makes a ton of sense because the first one was exclusive to PlayStation for a little while. So I
yeah,
mean, you would think if the Outer Worlds 1 is going to be on PlayStation day one, Hellblade 2 seems like a given to jump to PlayStation at this point.
Yep.
Um,
And before we continue on, this is obviously we're capturing the state of play through the Xbox because we got the capture card now. So just let me know if it's when the show begins. Let me know if it's too loud or whatever, and I'll have to tweak audio and stuff. Because right now
okay.
it's tweaked to the same audio for when I capture games. So I don't know if that's going to be too quiet or too loud, as it were.
Perfect. Damn, another super chat. Scorns, thank you so much. Thank you so much, homie. Um, yeah, Scorns is talking about RE9 should be coming, but not holding my breath or not holding my excitement too high since the game is still in development. But Summer Game Fest is perfect to be revealed since it's been 8 years there that it's been in the works. Yeah, I mean, Resident Evil something makes like all the sense in the world. You know, theoretically, we're talking about RE7 2017, RE2 2019, RE3 2020, RE8 2021, RE4 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So like this would be we didn't have one in 2024. If we don't have a Resident Evil game in 2025,
If they're
it's like
solely leaning on that RE5 re-release, that's just sad. I really hope that's not the case. As much
yeah,
as I
that
don't mind it being released, um, I would hope that they have something to show with RE9, even if it's just like a cutscene or two, just to show us like what's going on. Because all we've heard is like
yeah,
story rumors as to what the plot's going to be about. I think just showing us what you're going to be aiming for would be good.
right. Yeah. Um, do you think we're gonna see anything VR? Like anything at all?
No, I don't think so. I think that ship has sailed. I think,
Yeah.
as much as I have respect for it, I have also no interest in it whatsoever. And I would really, really. I know that, like, it's the hot thing and stuff, but I've had this opinion time and time and time again. It's the same with, like, motion controls. I just wish they just wouldn't touch it. Let third party deal with them.
Yeah. Right.
And just offer third party support. You know, if you want, what is it, Oculus and stuff, just have support. Don't build it yourself. It's so
Mhm.
unbelievably stupid, in my opinion. But
Especially when you already have limited, studios. Like
mm,
it's not like you're a Microsoft or you don't have all the studios in the world to be like, okay, well, hey guys, we'll take two of y'all and y'all go do that in the corner and figure it out. It's like, dude, all of your studios at this point are vital resources to your overall business. I mean, we're already looking at a generation where Gorilla, Insomniac, Naughty Dog, Blue Point, Bend, like you've had a lot of losses here with these cancellations for service games and just having these really talented teams working on service games in the first place. So like let's stay away from VR, which they've been doing a decent job at avoiding that. Um what do you think the biggest new game shown will be at any capacity? Something brand new that we have not seen before at all. I mean, you hear all the hope and the dreams of a Bloodborne remake, of a Persona 6, of a Kingdom Hearts 4, of a Mass Effect 5, of a Resident Evil
mm,
9. Like, what is the thing that it could be? The one, because there's going to be one game. There's always that one game where it's like, that's the game of the show. What will that be?
maybe this is like my inner pessimist coming out and being like very cynical and stuff. We got to remember this is a state of play. The amount of times people go in with like really lofty expectations and hopes, I think it's gonna be pretty tame. And so I'll like wind it back. I think it's gonna be something like simple, like a remaster, like a God of War remaster.
That
Because
would be such
everything
a bummer.
else, because that at least would be something brand new, and they could turn around and go like it's available in a few months or even available today. Because I don't.
Right.
Is it really that exciting to hear that Ghost of Yota is still here? Is it really exciting to hear that Death Stranding? Like we know that they're coming out this year, probably, or next year at the very least. Like within that
Right.
period. Do you have any that you think would like
So
blow it
here
out of the water?
Here's my only thing, Lynn.
Half-Life 3.
Right, I saw that. Half-Life 3 would be absolutely hilarious. I do think that we're gonna see a Half-Life 3 at some point in 2025. I
Damn.
get the feeling that Steam is getting confident and wanting to kind of break into new territory. Launching a console. Imagine having Half-Life 3 launch on that console day one.
Let
I'm
me
just saying.
quickly get, because what I've just noticed, stupidly enough, with the capture card, I'm not gonna be able to hear the video, so I need to
Oh,
plug
shit.
something into my controller. So let me go get
Controller?
like some earbuds.
Yeah. Cool, man. I'll talk to the chat. We're struggling today. We're struggling today, guys. Give us a pass. Kenneth Mullen says, "Will we see Wolverine?" Listen, Kenneth. I came repping today. I came repping the Wolverine merch just for the hope, the copium. I want to see it so bad. I doubt it, man. I really, really doubt it. Pandagrog, Death Stranding 2 release date will probably be the biggest thing. Yeah. Yep. That lines up 100%. Witcher 4 would be great too, says Andrew George. Yeah. Witcher 4, I mean, I think the reason we saw that cinematic glimpse is because there's no real game to be shown yet. You know what I mean? No real gameplay to be shown yet. So I think it's still a while before we get to The Witcher 4. Oh, that is swaggy, Loon. I like that fit right there. That's going to be the new trending. You're going to see that on all the reactions. Oh, I can't hear your audio. Your audio
That's
cut
because
out.
I had it muted.
Okay.
Like a pro.
Yeah, Pandagrog said he thinks that Death Stranding 2 release date will probably be the biggest thing shown, and that totally lines up. That totally lines up. And Andrew George is talking about Witcher 4 would be awesome to see, and I was like, yeah, of course it would be incredible. I would lose, like I would scream like a fucking. It would be that would be one of those natural reactions where it's like, holy shit. But I feel like when they showed that cinematic glimpse, if they had anything else to show, they would have already shown it. You know what I mean? I think we're still years out for The Witcher 4.
So is
But the only
sorry, is the
No.
music in the video drowning us out or not? Because I can't turn mine down with this.
Oh,
So
right.
just let me know in the chat if I need to like bump because it's playing music in the background for the state of play countdown thing. Are
Right.
we like able to be heard, or is it like 50-50?
Panagrog says sound is good, so
Cool, cool,
should be straight. Loon, let me hit you with this. We got 3 minutes left.
Yep.
We haven't had an actual showcase in 2.5 years. I think 2022 or no 2021. I think might have been the last showcase. No, I think it was 2022. It was 2022, but it was bad. And so are we at a spot now where showcases are no more? So do we have to level up our expectations for state of plays? And also, isn't that a self-inflicted wound? You're a console manufacturer and you can't scrap together one showcase a year to show people what they should be pumped for on your platform?
Yeah,
Like, that's
worrying.
embarrassing.
That's like, I know people love to give Xbox black eyes constantly. That's an Xbox move right there. It's like
Right.
5-6 years ago of like
Right,
being so
Xbox
pathetic.
One.
Yeah, of being so pathetic that you can't even scrape up like a lineup of games. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I didn't know that they hadn't planned any like proper showcases solo other than like state of plays. Like that is worrying. So maybe have a little bit more of an expectation then with this, because this is your home ground, as it were. Like, show
Right.
off, puff your chest. Don't save that for all these other like summer games fest and stuff. Like, yeah, have exciting stuff to show, but like, be strongest on your home ground. Like,
Right.
show what it means to be PlayStation.
Captain Corndog in the building. What is up, homie? And Pandagrog, yeah. Pandagrog says showcases are just dead. They cost money, and PlayStation wants to save as much money as they can. Here's the thing that bums me out. physical showcases definitely cost money, but they're literally just stitching trailers together and having a digital presentation.
It
So
costs
it's
the
like,
same amount of money for us than it does them.
right?
Doing.
It's not that damn expensive. Um, Garrett in the building says, "What's up, boys?" And then Panagrog says they get the same viewership on these state of plays as they would the big E3 showcases, anyways. Is that true? Let's check. I mean, you might be right.
It said about 48,000 were waiting before this ticked over.
That's pretty big. Those are big numbers.
And that's obviously just this YouTube channel. You have tons of people that would go and flock to wherever their preferred thing is. So piling them all up, it's got to be like north of 100,000, I'd assume, maybe more.
Yeah. Let's see what the PlayStation Showcase 2021. Let's see what viewership it got. 4.2 million. Now let's do state of play for. Let's just do like. Let's do last year. I mean, obviously, more time, but I'm just really curious about that because if that is the case, then yeah, why even do a showcase?
24 seconds. Quick.
Oh shit. Yep. Yeah, 2.3 million. So I mean, it's fairly comparable. That's it's a bit scary.
10. All right, let's get into this.
Let's
Show us what you got, PlayStation.
Yours is on 10 seconds?
It is.
That's...
Mine's begun now.
Shit, I'm 10 seconds behind. Oh well, that's fine.
I had no idea just how big the world is.
Yep.
Playing
We'll
it
go with
very,
some Monster Hunter.
very safe with some Monster Hunter. It was nice of them to extend the whatever it was, the test
Yep.
for those that missed out
Yep.
while it was down.
Oh, PlayStation dropping the ball on Monster Hunter. This looks so good, man.
Have you like dedicated? Are you gonna be jumping in or not?
I don't know, bro. We'll talk about it. I'm so burnt out, man. So burnt out after Kingdom Come 2. Golly.
Avowed.
Oh, I'm playing Avowed, no doubt. But this just looks so good. It makes me want to hop in, even though I'm like totally burnt.
Existence unfolds.
Okay.
Interesting.
And they really want us to pre-order, huh?
皆さんこんにちは。モンスターハンターワイルズプロデューサーの辻本です。無料タイトルアップデート第一弾の
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably gonna end up jumping in, man. It just looks so fun.
この他にもタイトルアッ
Well,
プ
the thing
Just
is that you
non-stop action.
really,
追加され
really
るコン
love
テンツはまだありません。
Dragon's Dogma's combat, right?
Yeah.
And it,
改めてお知らせしたいと思っております
I would argue it's better than that.
本作は
Oh, really?
数回のタイトルアップデートを
Yeah, because it
予定しています。
fixates on them big
タイ
monster
トルアップデー
fights.
ト計画については追って
There's
お知らせ
obviously
します
running
の
around
で
and stuff,
今後の情報に
but
ご期待ください。
I think
2月
it's a lot
28 日
more
の発売まで
focused,
あと少し。
if that makes sense, and
皆
cuts
様
a
に
lot of
楽
the
しんで
fluff
いただ
out.
けることを心よりお待ちしております。本日の
Is it like more straight to the point? Like follow a marker, kill a boss, go back?
You do have to usually track the monster, but it's very like intuitive. It's not like complex. Like you'll see monster tracks in Monster Hunter World. You like click B on it.
Your mistake, sir, says, can you turn up the volume a little bit for the show, for the state of play?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm with you, Garrett. This would be my first Monster Hunter as well if I end up jumping in.
Let me know if that's
all right.
No obstacle can stand in their way.
Bumped it up a few decibels.
Soaring where others would not dare. Striking with lethal precision. Each weapon a tool. Each tool a part
Art
of
style
the
is
whole.
incredible on this.
This is the mastery of a shinobi.
Oh, man.
The legend continues.
Wow, very quick to the point and to move on. Unlike Xbox, that's the big difference. Xbox spent so much time on each title.
Shinobi making a little bit of a comeback here. A little bit of noise. Uh-oh. Sonic in this bitch racing.
Have you ever played a Sonic racing game?
Nah, never in my life. I've barely played any Sonic game at all. I played like one when I was a kid. It's never been really my genre, man.
No, I've never been into Sonic either. The 2D games kind of frustrated me.
I will say this looks fun. This looks like the different levels and shit, different tracks. A lot of vehicle diversity. I mean, this might be one of my first Sonic games I actually jumped into. Crazy enough. I think this looks really good. Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Okay. All right. I mean, that's...
An apocalypse looms over parallel worlds as their fates begin to intertwine.
I can't remember what this is called.
The battle to alter destiny begins. Embark on a journey alongside gods, heroes,
Is it
and
anime?
monsters of bygone eras.
I could remember what was the...
known
It
as
was like a motorbike game I saw.
Digimon.
I don't think it is. It's a Digimon.
Oh my god.
Seize the future
That's a throwback.
together. The story of a bond that transcends.
Hey man,
Digimon, dude.
strike while Pokemon's weak, boys. Get 'em.
That is wild.
大家好，我是《输入之魂》的创作者杨斌。从一名独立开发者到今天与
Digimon
PlayStation 携手
story.
这一路走来已历经
It's
10
wild
年
how far I am, I am behind you. I got the stream pulled up. On mine, it just popped up Digimon story.
玩家将在
The
各
time
具风格的
stranger.
场景中探索，面对充满个性的敌
I
人，
think I actually might hop in
同时
with you
与
and
有趣
do
的角色
like
互
do it
动
through Discord,
逐
but
步
just
揭
with
开
my
精彩的故
headphones.
事。
instead of going
接
through
下
my
来，
computer
我
next
非
time.
常激动地向大家
Try.
展示全新的
Lost
游戏预
Soul
告，
Aside, let's
并
go,
正式
man.
确认游戏的发布日期。
I keep having the same dream. A horrible dream. Where monsters invade our world. A powerful being
Release date.
falls from
Let's
the sky.
go.
And when it seems they might vanquish the invaders, the dream ends. Is this really just a dream? My only hope lies with you.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds.
Put some budget on it.
Dimensions together. I see great power within you, a destiny waiting to be fulfilled.
Dude!
Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand.
Hell yes! Flying around his strap. Bro!
Yeah.
Some Silver Surfer. Oh, this is. Yes, let's go.
You never wanted to be a hero. But for humanity's sake, you must.
Then give me your power, Arena.
DMC meets Final Fantasy.
Oh, it has the S word in it.
Hi everyone, I'm
Oh,
Sean
Lost Soul
Benson.
Aside, yeah.
We've got several updates today from partners around the world, starting with
But it's a
news
straight
from
up
the Like a
action
Dragon
game. Thank
series.
God. I don't. Yeah, not bright to have that name in your title, but
First
at the
up,
same
a
time, maybe
playable
you'll gain
demo
some
of
Souls
Like a
fans who
Dragon
hop in,
Pirate
but,
Yakuza in Hawaii arrives on PS5 this Friday.
yeah.
Players could try out two
May
battle
30th.
styles,
Okay, cool.
including Goro Majima's
Cool.
new Sidon style, as well as engage in naval battles at the Pirates Coliseum. Sega and Mint Rocket joined forces in Ichiban's Holiday, a new crossover DLC coming to Dave the Diver. Ichiban Kasuga and other Like a Dragon characters team up to thwart a gang of troublemakers in classic beat-em-up style, all while perfecting new recipes at Bancho Sushi. Dave the Diver Ichiban's Holiday arrives this April on PS5 and PS4.
So broad of
The Splitgate
expected.
2 alpha
Dave
begins
the
February
Diver across the
27th on
cruiser.
PS5. Use portals and futuristic physics to dominate the arena, and play a new 24-player mode where 3 teams compete on a massive map.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. I'm here to give you
Hey,
an
man, I'm not gonna
exclusive
lie.
first look
Kinda
in
rough
the
so
future
far.
of the
We
WWE
gotta
2K
pick this thing up a little bit, PlayStation.
Introducing the Island.
Yeah.
With the Island, players enter an online environment filled with WWE-themed landmarks, quests, live events, and shops with up to
Maybe this will be
50
your
other
thing.
players
I
at a
really
time.
didn't care for this.
The Island
The whole island
also
idea.
offers deep customization.
Yeah. It's gonna be
giving
pretty much
players a
NBA
chance
2K,
to
but in
personalize
WWE
their
now.
My Superstars
Totally how they ruined.
like
Yep.
never before. As the first
This is
of
how they
its
ruined
kind
NBA
of
2K.
franchise, the
But this is how they
Island
make so much
is
money,
not
and now they're
just
gonna
an
try to do the same
addition,
thing.
It's a bold step toward the future. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Island.
Yeah, they got this in NBA 2K soon.
Sup? I'm Randy from
Not
Gearbox.
to this
and I'm Randy from
well,
Gearbox. And
to
you know
an
why we're
even
here. We're here for you.
further
Are you
degree,
ready?
but
it's 2025.
not quite exactly
and
the same
every
thing,
day
obviously,
we are
but
getting
it's pretty
closer
similar.
to the launch of Borderlands 4. Let's
I-
go!
yeah. Borderlands 4.
Wake up and I'm feeling like I wake up feeling like I'm brand new. I wake up feeling like I'm brand new. You don't wanna try me. I'm on different timing. You don't wanna try me. I'm on different timing.
Did you see that Strauss Zelnick said that GTA 6 was going to come out before Borderlands 4?
But I want to just props to you, family bro. I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna just give like early impressions of like the shows. Oh, this is very weak.
This is very weak.
This is very like vanilla. Like, come on.
Like, I'll probably check this out, but I mean, just even the sound, the soundtrack or the music
so much
here.
fun. I want more. We don't have to wait long now. Borderlands 4 is going to break free for a special state of play this spring, focused exclusively on Borderlands 4. And we're diving deep, you guys. Join us. Borderlands 4, state of play for combat, vault hunters, action skills, exploration and discovery, everything. You're gonna see more guns than you can even count, all on PlayStation 5. But Randy, do you have anything else for us?
Bro, this
I
is
think
bad.
I do, Randy. Well, what is it? Don't hold out on me, Randy. I'll feed you, baby bird. Who wants a launch date for Borderlands 4? This Randy. Well, Borderlands 4 launches worldwide for everyone on September 23rd, 2025. We got work to do. See you in spring.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I really don't do small talk. Nice to meet you, too.
That's interesting. There's no way that it's GTA 6 is launching before
So you
September.
want to go through more of your crazy stories?
My crazy stories.
But how are we supposed to get out of here if we don't start
They
to
might
trust
throw
each
a
other?
date
I don't
out
need
there
your
and
trust.
then push it back.
Well, I
Yeah.
kind of
That's
need
what people
yours.
do.
What?
They'll be like, yeah, we're gonna hit in August. And then
I took inspiration
back
for
to
this
next
story from when me and my sister were younger. Look at all of this. It's amazing.
Hey, listen, I'm excited for this game, but like,
but it's, we've seen this like 100
We've
times
seen
already,
this.
man. Like, this is
Silly
what I mean.
story.
Like,
We'll face it together.
this is
We got
unbelievably
this.
tame.
Yeah.
Follow my lead. Are you for real, Zoe? I wrote it when I was a kid. What sort of double child were you?
I mean, we're like halfway through, right?
Hands above your head.
It's supposed to be like 45 minutes, 50 minutes. I mean, you gotta pick up.
I did not
I
sign up
won't
for this.
lie.
Brace
I
yourself,
can't see
Zoe.
what's looking. I don't really want to pull it up.
No, yeah, you're good. It's 4:17. I think it started at 4, right? Or well, on your
Oh yeah, so 17. So we're 17. So if it's to be believed in the 40 minute, yeah, this is. Oof. Oh, here we go. Maybe.
Hey, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm Split Fiction day one. No doubt about it. Oh, so this is going to be the new sci-fi game from Supermassive.
Looks like it penetrated through there. We need to inspect
What's
the
it?
hull
Directive
damage
8020, I believe the name.
Doesn't look too bad.
Doesn't look too good either. What is that? You feeling all right?
I tell you what, I'd love
My
to
body's
see
going
them
one way and my mind's
make an
going the
alien
other.
game.
Yeah.
A full-fledged horror alien game.
Make choices so you can survive.
Yeah, because then it would get them out of the rut of always having to do some stupid spin at the end. You'd have something to like.
Lord have mercy.
Do you think Williams knows more about this substance?
They're supposed to launch Little Nightmares 3 this year as well, so that'll be interesting to see how they pull that off.
It's changing its cellular structure. It's replicating the human form. It's replacing us.
I know this will be difficult to hear, but if you're still out there, you deserve the truth.
Interactive 80/20. Alright, that's probably the most hype I've ever been for a Supermassive game. Because you can kind of get what is going on. There's no like reveal like, oh, mysticism and stuff like that. It's just there's gonna be an alien. Cool. Just keep it simple, man.
I've wanted them to go full sci-fi for a while. October 2nd, I mean, that's a... Okay.
One of our contractors,
Cool.
Edwin Murray, has
Good
gone
Halloween
missing,
game right there.
leaving our property abandoned in his warehouse. Your job is simple. Enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology that he was developing for us. It's a kind of prototype endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume and become any character. We suspect it may be malfunctioning, so just be aware of the slim but non-zero chance that you could sustain significant injuries while attempting to retrieve it, including but not limited to death or dismemberment. We fully expect the retrieval process to go smoothly and without
in the
incident.
background. So how is everybody feeling about it so far? Give us an out of 10 halfway through the show.
Yeah, hit us with your grade so far out of 10. Okay, that's a 3. That's probably around where I'm at.
Thank you for being a valued member of the Fazbear team.
Greetings from Moonhood. We're the creators of the Midnight Walk, cozy horror game created entirely in clay, where you will journey down a nightmarish highway riddled with terrors that want to devour you and your little lantern creature, Hot Boy.
Together with your little friend, you must outsmart these terrors and bring back fire to this mad world we've handcrafted for you.
So please enjoy this short gameplay preview.
This is that Psychonauts looking horror game.
One woke from a deep slumber.
Ooh, I dig this.
Fire? I'd almost forgotten how it felt. You're the caretaker of this little firecracker? I reckon
We
you
saw
must
this
be
at the State
headed
of
for
Play a while
Moon
back.
Mountain.
Okay,
Am I
well, that's
right?
not what I've seen. I really like this art style. An animation. I just hope it's not another Spawn.
Close your
Yeah.
Where it focuses so much on it and then the gameplay suffers. This art style is amazing.
It's from the Lost and Random team.
Day after my birthday. Ooh, there you go, VR 2. There's your VR game.
Yeah. But you can also play without VR, thank God.
Special thanks to Klaus and Olaf for that updated look
Yeah,
at the
Andrew
Midnight
George
Walk.
says Tim Burton-esque, very Tim Burton-esque.
Up next, a quirky new adventure from Konami.
So I actually thought this was a platformer. I didn't know it was like a first, which it might still be, but I didn't know there was like first-person elements in
In
there.
Darwin's
May 8th.
Paradox,
Okay,
you play as Darwin, a clever octopus who finds himself dumped near a highly suspicious food processing center. Use Darwin's natural camouflage and inking skills to escape the facility and save the world from aliens.
It's fun.
Yeah.
We're excited to reveal a brand new title from Koei Tecmo Games and Omega Force. Warriors Abyss, a roguelite spin on the Warriors franchise.
Hey, people saying they want PS1 era PlayStation back. Darwin's Paradox is that.
So is
Descend
the next
into
game.
hell. Call on powerful allies.
Very arcadey.
And experiment
Yep.
with tons of
Very,
playstyle combinations to
Muso.
send the enemy hordes flying.
On the Warriors series. So. I dig this. I dig that much
A
more than the
roguelite
actual
hell
normal
awaits
Muso
when
game.
Warriors Abyss launches on PS5 and PS4 later today.
That's available today.
There you go.
For whom are you working? I won't forgive you. Prepare yourself!
A PS2 era classic returns with Onimusha 2
Kind of do agree
Samurai's
with
Destiny.
Pandagrog in the chat, though. It looks a little bit mobily. little bit
Capcom is
mobley.
enhancing the original game with HD graphics and a host of quality-of-life features, including fine-tuned analog controls. Immerse yourself in Jubei's hard-boiled journey
There's a 2 remaster.
and fight through a world of turmoil alongside trusty allies. Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny comes to PS4 on May 23rd and will be available for pre-order later today. Looking to
Wonder how much they'll price
2026,
that up.
let's check out a new trailer for Capcom's
You think
latest
30,
entry in the
20?
series,
hope
Onimusha Way of the Sword.
Yeah. May 23rd though. Not long.
We have seen this before, right?
Yep. It was at the Game Awards revealed for the first time. But if we're showing 2026 games, let's see some damn Wolverine. Like, if you're going all the way to 2026, let's go.
So maybe it could be 2025. They're showing it.
Nah, they said 2026 for
Oh, I
Onimusha,
missed
right?
it. I must have looked away. Okay. Yeah.
気合い入れてこいよ。強さの証明だろ。勝てばそれでいい。てめえらごときがいくら束になってこようが。やべえ。
Maybe deliver it.
Yeah, I'd like to see the UI. See if there's a stamina meter. I mean, this looks good.
Oh. お前、なんだ。
Colonel, tighten the security on this place. He's coming here, I'm sure of it. America is out to destroy the Shagohod and get its hands on your inheritance. The philosopher's legacy. Then they're out to kill me as well.
Alright, go and get that MGS3.
What's the story between you and the boss?
Wasn't that the release date slip for August?
And my master.
Yesterday.
The Cobras will take care of him.
It's gonna be.
Just the quality of the texture, the like so critical.
We are the sons of the boss.
I see it! The fear!
A great and terrible fury at being alive.
A host of sorrows. And you are one of them.
Why'd you come back? There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
But I still have the Shagohod and the legacy. There is nothing America can do to stop us. I'm not finished yet!
Man, I need it in my life right now, please.
Not long, man. Not a long wait at all.
It looks so damn good.
It does, dude.
Yep, there we go. So then bleep.
There we go. I think I caught up with the stream. I refreshed, or I closed off of YouTube and rebooted it back up. I think we're caught up now. It was bothering the shit out of me.
Thing.
Yeah, there we go. Yep. It says and more on the screen.
Yeah, a tiny bit behind, I think.
Okay,
that's fine.
Oh, man.
When the fury of emotions sparks the wildfire of violence, it dissolves our illusions and exposes the fragile structure of reality.
I have 1,000 questions.
They like the
Why did you
voiceover.
come back?
Get some Adam Jensen vibes.
When I was born, in that moment, I felt a connection.
Oh, it's Resident Evil.
No.
Oh no, it's Hell Is Us.
They're gone.
I saw the little
I was
flip
about
hair.
to-
I thought it was Leon. My bad, bro. It's Hell Is Us.
What happened here?
This looks crisp.
Hatred and lots of it.
This is that game from the Deus Ex guy.
We must continue. We've begun to uncover.
But once again, saw this as a state of play last year as well. But that's okay.
September. Okay.
I think that one's coming to Xbox as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, I hope so. I want it.
Yeah, you down for that? Cool. I might jump in with you.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Can it
Lone.
be winter all of a sudden?
I'm sorry. You want to know the year?
What a pleasure to meet a stalker worthy of the name. It's been far, far too long.
Oh, my forever friend. Help me to hold your hand and dance.
You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you?
Hell yes.
She was looking for someone.
Legendary. She stepped up only because no one else could. Too many stalkers were lost to that evil.
The DLC, right?
I don't.
I'll do whatever it takes.
This might be a sequel
Survival
in game.
is all that matters.
This might be like a
Nothing
new
else comes
entry.
close.
There's so much.
Even my life.
It's so much quicker
I swear I
than
won't be
the
late.
original combat.
Not again.
That would be so wild. What a quick
Yeah, no, it
turnaround.
is a DLC overture.
Okay.
It says base game required. Wow, okay. I guess they're mixing up the DNA of the game then.
Interesting. Summer 2025. Huh.
And once in a lifetime. Where do you think doors have eyes?
Oh, this is
We don't know where our children will put their rings.
What on earth this is?
Hey, just the fact that it's a third-person shooter, I'm already somewhat interested.
This is.
What the hell is this?
Strange. Got me hooked. Damn, what a quote.
Dreams of another. Hey, you got me curious.
皆さんこんにちは。Q ゲームズのクリエイティブディレクターのバイオ
It
で
is
す。
base PS5.
私の
but
最新作
with full
ドリームオブサナザーはいかがだったでしょうか。破壊なくして想像はないというテーマのもと、ドリームオブサナザーではシューティングゲームの常識を覆す体験ができます。武器で傷つけたり破壊するのではなく、抽象化している散らばった世界を具体化して想像することができるのです。
So creative.
本作ではポイントクラウドというテクノロジーを採用し、プレイヤーは幻想的な夢の世界やダイナミックな変化を与えることができます。今年 PS5 登場予定で、本日からウィッシュリストへの追加ができます。ありがとうございました。
Hey everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani, and I'm excited to share even more PlayStation news in today's show.
Am I an asshole for just
Days Gone
wanting like
Remastered,
straight up
the definitive
shooters
version of
where
Ben
you
Studios'
kill people?
post-apocalyptic open-world
What a
epic comes to
roller coaster
PS5
this
with VRR
game's
support
had.
and
Days
PS5
Gone
Pro support.
Remastered.
Let's cancel it and then remaster.
It also includes added content like permadeath and speedrun modes, an enhanced photo mode, new accessibility features, and Horde Assault, a survival arcade mode with increased horde
Boy.
sizes that will
Loon,
provide
what
a
do I
fresh
do?
way to experience Days
Because
Gone.
I want to see a Days Gone 2.
And if you purchase Days Gone on PlayStation 4,
That's the thing,
you
though,
can
the game is
upgrade to
great,
a digital
but like
version
the
of Days Gone
disrespect that
Remastered
it
and
gave
get
to
all
not
the
only
content and
players,
features
the
for
counselor,
$10.
and the creators. It's
Days
like,
Gone Remastered
what?
launches on PS5 April
It's
25th.
also getting a DLC. Broken.
New DLC is coming to Stellar Blade this June. The
Well,
sci-fi action game is partnering with Goddess of Victory.
So my
Nike
thing is like, do
on
I
a new
buy
boss
that
battle,
and try to
collectible dolls
support
and
it so we can
stickers,
get a
plus
sequel?
a new outfit.
So it leaves the player in a tough spot.
Yeah.
Both the Nikke DLC
Like I want to see
and the
Days
PC
Gone
version
2
of
so
Stellar Blade
bad,
launch
but
this
I didn't
June.
buy Until Dawn because I didn't want to.
We've got
and
some
I want to
great
see Until Dawn
PlayStation
too,
Plus
you know?
updates today, starting with game catalog titles arriving on February 18th. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Top Spin 2K25, and launching in a game catalog, Lost Records Bloom and Rage, from the creators of Life is Strange.
Did you girls ever see anything weird around these parts?
Oh, Lost Records.
In this episodic adventure, players will join 4 high school girls living through the defining summer of their lives.
That's a
What
good
begins
get.
as a tale of friendship will eventually blend reality, dreams, and the unknown into a dual timeline narrative.
It's not out yet, is it? It'll be a day one release.
The first episode of Lost
They
Records
kinda do
Bloom and
that
Rage
every now
arrives
and then.
February
They do-
18th,
they're very
with the second
strategic.
episode arriving in April.
Oh, it's episodic. Oh.
We're also excited to
Yep.
confirm 2 unique indie titles that will launch into game catalog later this year. Explore a mysterious mansion and
Interesting.
blueprints.
So they
a
specifically say
genre-bending
tape 1 is
architectural
available
adventure.
in PS Plus, not the whole thing. Huh.
Every
Oh,
door is a new
blueprints.
decision as you build out a sprawling manor with 45 shifting rooms, adding layers of strategy, puzzles,
It's
and
like a puzzle game
exploration.
where you're trying to get out of this mansion, I believe.
Blueprints launches day 1 into game catalog this spring.
Day one.
Abiotic Factor is a 6-player survival crafting game from Playstack and Deep Field Games. Stranded
check that
miles
out for
beneath the
sure.
surface, you and a team of scientists must craft ingenious gear and traps to outwit your enemies and make this bizarre underground complex your new home. Abiotic Factor will be available in game catalog when it launches this summer. Now let's get a sneak peek at games coming to the PlayStation Plus Classics catalog. Coming soon are the first 3 Armored Core titles from the original PlayStation: Armored
they're
Core,
good guess.
Armored Core Project Phantasma, and Armored Core Master of Arena. Meanwhile, Patapon 3 slides its way into the Classics catalog next week.
No one knows how that world came into being. It devoured
Hey
everything.
man, they're trying
from
with
the
those
past.
classic games.
Only I was left.
Wait, the Shadow House was
I was thinking it was Pragma. Oh, is this going to be Expedition
That
33?
was a fatal mistake.
It's the aura of the Grail pieces. I can sense it. As long as it is reforged.
Souls
Huh.
like by the looks of it.
My wish can be fulfilled.
But wishes come at a price.
Do we
To
make games
pursue
where you shoot
one's
people
wishes
anymore?
is to court
What's
one's
up with
doom.
all the swords? It's got some budget on it. Oh, a little Shadow of the Colossus energy, maybe? Major Shadow of the Colossus energy.
Holy Grail. Blood.
Character
This is
action
a
boss
feast
as
only
well.
for the king. You can't escape from your doomed fate.
Gwendolyn, this is your final.
Loon, am I
warning.
wrong in saying a lot of these are starting to blend together?
Yeah.
Like just just guy
My
or gal
quarrel
with
lies
sword
not with
games.
me.
It's not even that, just like
But
the
I would
design
take
of
back
the characters,
everything
like,
that belongs
a lot of
to
these
me.
look like something that's from Elden Ring.
Even
Right.
if the price is my soul.
I mean, this looks dope. Like, I'm not gonna stunt.
Tides of Annihilation.
The table is dead. It exists no more.
Tides of Annihilation. I want to see that UI. Show me that stamina meter if you got one. No, if there's a stamina meter, it's a no sell.
There you go, some guns for you.
How do you feel? Is something bothering you?
All of the gun
Just some
games
noise
are
in my
like
court.
multiplayer online, first-person shooter. But maybe this isn't.
It is.
Deep down in the depths of Vulcan.
Yeah.
You must retrieve the Architect's core.
They will send everything they have to stop us.
You know I would never want to see you hurt.
Go.
But the path we walk demands the extreme.
I remember you.
Run away.
My memory's still a bit blurry.
This is longer than 40 minutes.
Remember this. Diaz! Showtime!
Oh, this is Little Rocket Boy, Leslie Benson.
I have these gaps.
This is the dude who
inside
kind of
my head.
spearheaded GTA
Sound
Online.
like it's
This is
too
going to be
many
Mind's Eye
windows.
standalone.
You made it.
Yes, let's go, dude. This is a GTA
That's
style game, I
just
think.
leftover hardware. It's been
Looking
decommissioned.
militaristic.
What the hell is
Because they were going to put this inside of Everywhere, which is like an online
All I know is
Fortnite
that
garbage.
Silver
But
Core
I
is
was
a piece
talking
of
about
my
they need to
story.
separate it. So IO partnered with him and is getting the publishing rights to do this. Let's go.
All this time
You're
you
gonna
want
be
answers about the
single
tech
player.
in your head? Are you kidding me? This thing has ruined my life. You have no idea who you're dealing with.
Bro, let's go, baby.
We should have left you in the desert. This is not the first time we've had a fatal error with your tech.
Lincoln Clay from
Yes,
Monica
make it
3, main character.
Stop!
Oh, we're in there, dog.
I know what I have to do. This is the only way.
Okay. I see you, Io.
Hello, I'm Leslie Benzies, director of Mind's Eye, Builder Rocket Boy's new action-adventure
go,
set
baby.
in the fictional
Let's go.
city of Red Rock, where AI and human greed collide to bring Earth to the precipice of collapse. All captured on PlayStation 5 Pro. We're now proud to share some gameplay footage with the explosive combat and high-octane driving that you can expect on PlayStation 5 later this year.
Later this year.
This year? Oh yeah, Retro Rivals, y'all hopped in at the perfect time. This is the game of the show for me, for sure. Yes, man.
What's going on in there?
It was an ambush.
I'm not gonna lie, there's some things in here that aren't quite passing the smell test. They're reusing some footage a good bit.
The animations as well, some things seem a little bit stock almost.
Quantum breakish a little bit, kind of.
Tires are out. Proceeding on foot.
It's just that thing of like, even if this is like the foundation for them to jump off.
The search and rescue bots. They're malfunctioning. They're attacking us.
Oh, summer 2025. Wow, okay. This is real gameplay, man. Like, lots of it.
Oh, there's
All right.
the coveted PlayStation Studios logo. What you got for us?
It always comes back to this.
man. Wait, is this Santa Monica's new game?
This world, this moment, this choice.
Helldivers is a character. For sure they are.
Every time the sun dies, madness reigns. Then everything
I think
begins
it's Santa
again.
Monica.
But after every death, I always come back stronger. I know that you are here, and I will find you.
Oh, this might be Housemarque.
That's what I was literally about to say. Tell me who makes it. Yep, Housemarque.
Huh.
So probably very similar to the last game, which name is escaping me. What the hell was it
Returnal?
called? Yep, that was it. Returnal.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey everyone, I'm Gregory Loudon, Creative Director at Housemarque.
2026.
We are thrilled to announce that our latest game, Saros, is launching next year on PS5 and enhanced for PS5 Pro. Saros is the ultimate evolution of the Housemarque gameplay-first experience. It's a new single-player IP that builds on Returnal's award-winning third-person action. You play Arjun Devraj, performed by the brilliant Rahul Kohli. Arjun is a powerful enforcer searching for answers on a hostile, shape-shifting planet haunted by an ominous eclipse. All of us at Housemarque can't wait to share more about Saros, with our first look at gameplay coming later this year. Thanks for watching.
An announcement for a gameplay announcement later on in the year. I mean, hey, I get it. It's your first reveal. That's fine.
That was it.
That's it. Oof.
It definitely picked up a little bit at the end, but that opening was.
PlayStation.
But if we're being real, it picked up at the end because of like 2 games. It just kind of felt like, you know, it left off on a good taste. But it really, that was not good. Not good. Yeah, hit us, chat. Hit us with your grades. Hit us with your out of 10. What score would you give this state of play?
So what I'll do is I'll rewind it back so that it can just have that gameplay running in the background.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, and if there's anything in particular,
because I can finally take this thing out of my ear. Oh my god.
I think next time what we can do is I'll just watch it on my phone through Discord, and we can just run it that way. My computer's just, I don't know what it is. My internet's awful, don't get me wrong, but my internet on my computer is like particularly awful for some reason. Yeah, everybody in the chat signing off. 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 7, 5, 6, 5, 8 out of 10.
I
10
think
says 8 out of 10.
I think what I'll say is those that are rating it 7, I probably came in with like much more tempered expectations than those going in with like a 5. Is what it feels like. A lot of these trailers are things we've already seen before. These aren't day ones, and they didn't really show us like play right now for all that many things.
Right.
It's just, you know, keep waiting. So
Well, yeah, and I think you're right. Like if you came in just expecting another bad state of play, this is that. But if you came in expecting, because like we don't get showcases anymore. So like the natural assumption I think would lead to, oh, maybe we're going to get showcase style announcements in state of plays now. But that just doesn't seem to be the case. What would you give it, Lou, on a scale of 1 to 10?
So I'm actually going to draw the comparison to Xbox's one. I'm glad that I much prefer how Xbox handled it. Don't get me wrong, there was a lot more shown at the showcase thing in comparison to Xbox's. I kind of like that 10-minute, like, per thing deep dive. Peel back layer upon layer, you know, get the devs in, talk, instead of, like, throwing them in at the end there and it being very, like, all right, you have 30 seconds, say what you need to say and get the hell out, kind of thing. I don't know, it
Yeah.
just feels a lot less human. But maybe, you know, some people don't care for that, like, interaction level, but I don't know, I definitely prefer the more, like, I'd rather have 5 lengthy shows of games, like, show me, like, all of the meat possible than just very brief glimpses. So.
Yeah, it's kind of getting to a point too where like my immediate thing as soon as we finished, I was about to say, well, hopefully they're saving the good stuff for a showcase later in the year. And it's like I gotta quit hoping for that because it just doesn't happen anymore. So the fact that no Ghost of Tsushima is here, that means something. The fact that Fair Games isn't here means something. The fact that Marathon isn't here means something. The fact that Wolverine is, I mean, we know Wolverine ain't coming for a while, but like these things mean something. You know what I mean? So, um, I, I would probably give that like a 4.5,
Oh, I didn't even
maybe
give a rating,
5.
did I? I'll give it a 6.
Okay.
I'll give it a 6 for the sheer factor of the whatever that GTA-esque game was, whatever that's called. That kind of like got the blood pumping a little bit.
Look totally different.
It's cool to see that. I need to see obviously more of it because you've only shown very, very slim slices. But that and it's nice to see Housemarque back on, showing us their stuff.
Yeah.
And you can kind of, you know what to expect with what that is, especially with them turning around going, it's the next like evolutionary step from what you can expect from us. So
yeah,
I think it's been a long enough time between Returnal and that people probably want something more in that kind of vein.
You know, you might be right. Closer to a 6 might be fair because we also got that cool ass Lost Soul looks way better than I would have ever expected. The little Elden Ring looking thing that might have kind of a little bit of a story going on. That looked pretty intriguing.
Liza P DLC.
Liza P DLC. I mean, there's some stuff in here. Yeah, maybe a 6 is a little bit more fair. A 6 is a little bit more fair. And maybe they are saving some bigger stuff for a future showcase. I at this point I don't think it's not on us to assume that or hope for that anymore because like they've showed a reluctance to continue with showcases. So it's like I think at this point we have to kind of go into these state of plays wondering like, oh, what first party games are going to be revealed here because Ghost of Yotai was revealed at the last state of play. So it's like is Housemarque's Solus or whatever is that the big first party game of the show? I guess so. Is that the big first party game of uh like is that the only thing you have kind of gestating that we don't know about at all? That's even close to being ready to be available to be shown? Like these are all questions that I'm wondering. Like Sony Santa Monica, how far out are they? You know? Is Wolverine, is that we're thinking 2026, is that actually 2027? You know, I mean, these are all kind of fair assumptions to take away, but yeah, and Onimusha as well. Painter Grog brings up Onimusha. So yeah, there was some good shit in here. Maybe I'm probably being a little bit harsh. Just specifically kind of thinking about the first party stuff, I might be being a little bit harsh.
Maybe they just have, because the only thing I can think of is their mindset has to be they know that there's obviously anticipation for these state of plays, right? But they're not where you get the most eyes. It's when you get all the casual eyes and everybody all together is usually the big events hosted in the year where it's like weeks and weeks of anticipation leading up to it. So maybe they just want to save their own like big first party heavy hitters for that. And then just give, because a lot of these games are a lot more toned back, but they're good eating for like I don't want this to sound elite, but actual gamers, people who are going to actually go out and try all these different titles and stuff. There was plenty of different things here that a casual gamer isn't going to pick up. many of these titles and stuff. It's just going to be something
the
that
Midnight
slips.
Walk.
Yeah, it's just going to slip by
Right.
their radar and stuff. So maybe that's the kind of mindset we need to go in with these state of plays, and just expect Sony to just puff their chest out at other people's events. But it just seems weird for me.
It does. Yeah, that's not really the typical console manufacturer move. I But also, Loon, when you start thinking about the Midnight Walk, Lost Soul Aside, Metal Gear Solid 3, Onimusha, like we've seen all of these games before. Like there was only a few, like maybe 3, 4 new reveals at this entire show.
Right.
And so like that kind of hurts it as well. Yeah, we got substantial information about Onimusha. Cool, new gameplay. Cool, a deeper look at Mind's Eye, and actually get gameplay of that, which we've had gameplay before, but a more in-depth look at Mind's Eye. And so yeah, maybe I'm a little bit harsh. I'm going to Twitter real quick. I always do
Post
this
how
after.
much you hated it and generate hate.
So I do this
See you later,
after
Garrett.
every show.
Thanks for tuning in.
I'll see you guys. Yeah, see you later. Garrett, and your mistake, sir. I had to dip out. I appreciate you guys. We got a pretty full chat here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So after every show, I go to Keeley's Twitter, Jeff Keeley's Twitter. I don't know if you've noticed this. He posts every time after every single showcase. So, what was the grade for? And he posts a poll where it's like A through D. Let's check out this one. What would you A through D? So right now there have been over 10,000 votes. What do you think is the leading slot, A through D? What grade do you think is
It's
leading?
gotta be a C. There's no way it's like bottom of the barrel.
D is leading with 36% of the vote. C is at 30%. B is at 26, and A is at 8%.
Okay, so my reaction to that is, because this isn't the first like state of play that's let people down, we really do need to adjust our expectations for state of plays.
But Loon, that's the thing, is where do we put our expectations then?
It has
if they
to be
do,
in
we
with
just
like the Summer Games Fest and stuff like that. I think what they're doing, because when I was giving it like thinking after I said it, it does also make sense that you save it like your big heavy hitters for them events, because you're also knocking the wind out of all your competitors by announcing stuff there. Because then if it's a really highly anticipated game, there's going to be a much more buzz and talking about Santa Monica's next game at Games Fest, and that could potentially drown out something that Nintendo announces or what Microsoft announces and stuff like that. Maybe that's their mindset. Try and strangle the competition.
Yeah, but that's dangerous, man.
Mhm.
You show
I
off
mean,
a
they've
new
been
IP there
playing
next
dangerous
to-
for a while now.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Andrew George says it was average, not catastrophic. I could, yeah. I might have been a little bit over dramatic in my first initial reaction with it being a 4.5 out of 10. That might be a little bit rough. But yeah. Timic says, I do feel like some people expect Sony to suddenly announce 5 first-party single-player games from all the big studios, which is never going to happen anymore. Yeah, and I guess that's true too. The pipeline has just changed so drastically, where the days of going to E3 and seeing Horizon and Days Gone and God of War and all of them, Spider-Man and all of that at one show, that's just not in the cards anymore. But I do think it is wild just not to see Ghost of Yotai, if that thing is expected to launch in 2025. That not being here to me is almost like, I'm not saying full-blown confirmation that it's not coming in 2025, but you would think that if it was revealed at a state of play, you can't. That's the thing, is you can't make the argument now that, well, they're probably saving Ghost of Yotai for a showcase. It was like, but they revealed it at a state of play. The biggest pop you can get from your game is your initial reveal, and they revealed it at a state of play. So now you're going to save the gameplay for a showcase?
Yeah, it's good. Like I said, it's going to be a very interesting year for Sony. I think they're scrambling in many ways, and I think you can kind of see that.
Yep.
And I just don't. I really, really hope that they've not buried themselves so deep that it's going to take them a generation to get out of it, if that makes
Right.
sense. Because yeah, of
Totally.
course, you know that Ghost of Yota is going to come out and it's going to sell well and stuff, but you need to have like 2 or 3 of these heavy hitters a year on average.
Yeah.
Like aim for 3 so that one can get delayed to the next year, kind of thing. And unfortunately, production has just screeched to a halt. And that's not just like a Sony problem. I don't want that to just like get thrown at Sony's face. Like the whole AAA game space has just been tragic.
Yeah.
With like balancing production and output. So I don't know. They need to kind of get their head back in the game and refocus.
Man, that WWE 2K25, that I know that's not really even worth talking about in the grand scheme of things for this entire show, but it's like I can't believe they're going in this direction, man. That's gonna kill that fucking. It's gonna kill that franchise.
Do you think it would kill
Well,
it?
it's gonna make them so. It's well
It's going to
for
make
me.
them
For me,
shitloads of money. It's
yeah,
going to kill the excitement of fans like yourself are going to have for
yeah,
that franchise moving forward. It's going to appeal to all of these, younger generations that have grown up with these kind of 2K games, where it is just a
right.
life simulation inside of a game. They'll just be like, "Oh, I feel right at home here." Whereas for you and myself, I remember playing WWE games, like I said, back in like 2008. That doesn't look anything like a WWE game to me at all.
Right.
That looks
crazy.
comical, if I'm being
Exactly.
brutally
Yeah.
honest.
The wild thing too, Loon, is that they used to have a single player mode for the male and female superstars. Not this year, and now you see why. It's like, yeah, all the resources went into trying to milk people. Um, I that's a bummer to me. But Borderlands 4 got a good gameplay deep dive here, so I mean that is something that's
It did, but
something.
it's more of the same as well. It's kind of
Yeah.
that thing like, are people really jumping in excitement for Borderlands 4? Like, even if you're a fan, like, it's just cool, another entry. I don't see anybody jumping out of their chair, like, hollering at that.
No,
So
definitely not. But hey, man, there was some okay stuff here. I don't want to come off sounding incredibly negative with my 4.5, my instant reaction 4.5. Listen, if this was a mind's eye showcase and we were seeing nothing but that, then that's a different thing. You know what I mean? Like that's like uh, that game alone kind of can carry it up into the sixes for me. I'm just so excited. The fact that summer 2025 potentially elated, beyond elated. But Lost Soul aside, getting a release date, pumped for that. Um, I'm like really Midnight Walk already knew about it, but getting a release date for that or getting more information about that. The Hazelights game we already knew about its release. There's just not a lot of new, and also in terms of what is going to make you buy a PlayStation from this event, because all these games are coming everywhere.
see, that's the
Except
thing, though.
Lost Soul aside.
They smoke and mirror it, though. That's the big difference with Xbox, is that usually Xbox just throws everybody's logo everywhere, because that's obviously their agenda that they're trying to push. Play it anywhere. Yeah, you can play it on Xbox, you can play it, over on PC and PlayStation and stuff. They usually revoke, like Metal Gear didn't have an Xbox logo there.
Right.
It just shows PlayStation because that's what they want to push. So to the average consumer, if they're tuning in, they don't know that they have them other options, and that's kind of like what Sony likes to do, is make it seem and appear that there is no other option, because they're obviously in the strong marketing space. They're the lead essentially.
Yeah. Which, yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But at the same time, for the people who are in the know a little bit more like us, it's like, well, shit. But then at the same time, their PlayStation's in such a weird spot right now. And I guess, that we'll save that topic for a different day, just diving into what PlayStation and Xbox's future are in general. Because, like, it is interesting where you could make the argument that right now is the only time in history that PlayStation doesn't even really need to do anything.
No, exactly.
It's like, yeah,
everything that they're doing is hurting them at the moment. That's the thing.
Yeah,
because of their
right.
choices of trying to be experimental. If they would have just played it safe, but this is the weird thing. Whenever somebody starts gaining traction, they never do play it safe. They do stupid decisions. Xbox 360 was starting to take off, so let's focus on the Kinect. No, let's not do that. Let's really not. And you fixated on that and brought it forward with the Xbox One. Like, it's just they just need to go back to I think it's going to just be a few years of recovery process, and then they need to seriously look at themselves and give us the single player games, because that is what blew them up in popularity. Is people knew that it was the single player narrative rich games that they came to PlayStation for.
Andrew George says in the chat, where was Xbox? It was hinted that they would make an appearance.
Yeah.
Andrew, I got to be honest with you, my friend. A lot of the rumor and innuendo that you hear online, that we all hear online, it's people making educated guesses.
Yep.
It's people being like, but the thing is, the big difference, unfortunately, is that a lot of these people who are making educated guesses, they try to pose it as inside information. And it's like, a lot of these people have no fucking clue about anything, myself included. But I'm never going to pose it to you as like I have some sort of
that's why we
information that you
predict.
don't have.
We don't
Exactly.
post it as this is news and stuff like that, because it was hinted that they would show, and there was nothing from them here. Because I did find it a little bit weird that was rumored. Would you really appear at a PlayStation show straight after? Because if I was Microsoft, it'd be strategic. You had such a hot show. See if PlayStation blunders their show. Don't jump on it, kind of thing. But
Yeah,
each their own.
but I mean that's also kind of in the model that we grew up in too, where it's like the console competition, where it's like I don't even know if that's the model anymore. Yeah. Well, Loon, dude, I'm looking back at the stream right now, just watching it on the thing, looking at chat. I gotta give you props, bro. It is crazy how good you're getting at this shit. Like this legitimately looks like a professional production on your end. The blue background, the damn the what is it? The text at the top of the screen, the rotating light on the window here. It looks really, really good, dude. So kudos to you, brother. Good
Slowly
job,
getting
man.
there. Slowly getting there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, dudes and dudettes, we appreciate y'all for hopping in for this state of play reaction. I am sorry that it wasn't quite the quite the spectacular E3 of dreams, or we weren't jumping out of our seats for this one. If you want to see that, I guess I mean we were pretty hyped for like Ninja Gaiden 4 for the Xbox one. So if you want to see like overly hyped, which I don't know if you and I are, our disposition might not be of the type to really but you did see me like almost hop out of my chair when I thought it was Leon Kennedy's hair swoosh.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's not obviously. I think people have gathered the personalities that we have by now. I would have hoped you'd sussed this out by now. Yeah, it's not. It'd have to be something like completely out of the blue and catch me completely off guard. Like say like they just dropped, like we said before, like an Alpha Protocol 2. Then it would be like, okay, woof. And there was no rumors at all. It just came out of nowhere and they just threw that out there. Then you'd probably see me get up out of my chair and fall over.
Bro, if Alpha Protocol 2 was announced, you would hear a quick like scream from me, and then you would just hear things start to shatter. I would be flailing, or all my screams would be, I would lose my mind. I pray that we have an announcement like that we can react to at some point. Yeah. So, hey man, I guess the next reaction thing that will probably be around summer.
We're not doing the Nintendo one?
Oh, well, Nintendo. Yeah.
I think it'd be fair, at least, because obviously I'm not really a Nintendo guy. I think it'll be at least give each of them a fair shot this year and see how we feel about it. Because if we go into that Nintendo one and it's kind of dog, and we just sitting there just kind of bug-eyed and being like, oh, this is not appealing to me at all, then maybe we skip ones in the future, potentially.
I think we should get... Go ahead.
But yeah, just obviously testing it out. But think should get what?
I think we should get little whiteboards and write down our percentage chance of buying a Switch too. And we started
And
off at
update it
0.
through the screen.
Yep, and update it through the stream. Get a little eraser and update it through the stream. Like, see if they can sell us or see if they actually do more to uh to dissuade us. Is that a word? Dissuade? Okay, yeah. Do even more to dissuade us from buying a Switch too. So that'll be a fun one. Yeah, and then obviously we'll try to get Summer Game Fest and all of those announcements. We'll try to react to those. Of course, Xbox Showcase will definitely be doing that one, as those have been, for me personally, my favorite showcases of the last 2 years. So definitely an exciting upcoming future. We're gonna try to stream some games, see if we can get all that set up. But appreciate you guys, and yeah, that's the state of play. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Goodbye, homies.
See you later.